Good afternoon. Thank you, Fran and Bruce, for that kind introduction. Honored survivors, friends, guests, thank you for being here today. I especially want to thank the Canadian Society for Yad Vashem for bringing us together yet again in this solemn space to remember, to mark, to pledge to never forget. The work that you do to educate people here in Canada and around the world is critically important. We must all know the facts and universal lessons of the Holocaust, including the human destruction that occurred as a result of anti-Semitism. Today, we are here to honor the memory of the 6 million Jewish victims of the Holocaust. 6 millions. C'est un chiffre dont nous devons toujours nous souvenir. 6 millions de mères, de pères, de sœurs et de frères, d'épouses, de maris, de familles et d'amis. 6 millions de vies précieuses qui nous rappellent l'énormité de ce crime horrible. Nous sommes ici pour honorer la mémoire des 6 millions de victimes juives de l'Holocauste, mais aussi pour rendre hommage à ceux qui ont survécu. J'apprécie que nous puissions, dans le cadre d'événements comme celui-ci, rendre hommage aux survivants qui sont encore parmi nous. Honored survivors, we are so fortunate that you came here to make Canada your home. Your contributions to our nation have been tremendous. Your stories, while they are incredibly difficult to recount and to hear, must be told and heard. It is through your stories, through your personal accounts of suffering, pain, and loss, that we learn. We learn about what we are capable of doing to others when we are at our worst, when we let hatred and cruelty dictate our actions. We also learn about what we are capable of doing for each other when we are at our best. We learn of the tremendous courage, hope, and perseverance of survivors. That's what the theme of today's event is all about. The struggle to maintain that essential and noble human spirit that lives inside of all of us. Survivors showed that spirit. They showed it in the way that they cared for each other, in the way that they educated each other, in the way that they held fast to things that gave their lives meaning, music and storytelling, art and community. Même dans les conditions les plus cruelles et les plus difficiles, les survivants ont resté courageux. Nous sommes privilégiés d'être les témoins de ce courage encore aujourd'hui. L'un de ces survivants, parmi nous ici aujourd'hui, est le canteur Moshe Krauss. Après avoir survécu à un camp de travail nazi et au camp de concentration Bergen-Belsen, Cantor Krauss incarne l'éternel espoir et le courage inépuisable des survivants. J'aurai l'immense privilège aujourd'hui d'aider à lui remettre un prix nommé en son honneur. And I might point out that I have the extraordinary privilege of being the second Prime Minister Trudeau to have the honor to know Cantor Krauss and to have felt moved, blessed, and inspired by him and by his incredible gift of song. Thank you, Cantor, for being with us today, as always. Of course, as important as it is that we look back, we must also look forward. Alongside our responsibility to remember is our duty to ensure that the world never again commits such atrocities, not to the Jewish community, nor to any other community that faces persecution and hate. We must affirm, as Canadians and as global citizens, that we will never again allow an atrocity like the Holocaust to occur. Discrimination, racism, and anti-Semitism have no place in this world. Once again, thank you to all of you for being here to help recognize National Holocaust Remembrance Day. May we never forget those we have lost and always honor those who survived. Merci.
Merci, Monsieur le Premier ministre. Je vous prie de demeurer. La Société canadienne de Yad Vashem a créé en votre honneur le prix catalyseur de changement Cantor-Krauss, attribué à des personnes qui ont eu un impact positif et en consacrant beaucoup de temps et d'efforts à l'éducation sur l'Holocauste et à sa commémoration.
Beautiful speech.
I think Yad Vashem is honored to present the Cantor-Krauss Catalyst for Change Award to 3 well-deserving individuals, 2 educators and 1 student. The award was created by the Canadian Society for Yad Vashem in Cantor-Krauss's name to recognize individuals who have dedicated significant time and effort to create a positive impact through Holocaust education and commemoration. Like the Cantor, who has demonstrated his commitment to teaching others about the Holocaust's universal lessons, the first ever recipients of the Catalyst for Change Award strive to make a difference in their communities, fostering the values of compassion, tolerance, and understanding of all people. The Canadian Society for Yad Vashem is very honored to present the first award to Patrick Masco, a teacher at Charles H. Hulse Public School in Ottawa. Patrick, will you please join us on the stage? Patrick, as you come up here, for more than a decade, you have been an advocate for Holocaust education, actively promoting tolerance and responsible citizenship in your multicultural school and community. The Canadian Society for Yad Vashem thanks you for your ongoing commitment to Holocaust education and for sharing your pedagogical practices with other teachers.
Patrick, nous vous remercions également d'agir à titre d'animateur pour le programme Ambassadeurs de changement, Ambassadors of Change. Il s'agit d'un programme mis sur pied par la Société de Yad Vashem depuis 3 ans, qui se tient au Musée canadien de la guerre juste avant cette cérémonie. Merci beaucoup.
The Ambassadors of Change program, for which Patrick has been the moderator for 3 years, has this year brought together approximately 190 high school students. A lot of them are in the room right now. These students of various faiths and cultures have joined together with Jewish Holocaust survivors at this unique forum. There, survivors relate their stories, and the students discuss the relevance of the Holocaust and its lessons in today's world.
Patrick, en tant qu'animateur du programme et éducateur exemplaire, vous avez contribué à tisser des liens de compréhension entre divers groupes d'élèves, en leur enseignant la citoyenneté responsable et l'importance du respect de chaque personne, quelle qu'elle soit. Patrick Masco, la Société canadienne de Yad Vashem est fière de vous nommer le tout premier lauréat du prix catalyseur de changement Cantor-Krauss. Félicitations.
Prime Minister and Cantor Krause, we'd be greatly honored to have you present the Catalyst for Change Award to Patrick Mascow, our very first recipient of the Cantor Krause Catalyst for Change Award. We are also honored to present the very next award to Larry Mikulchik, a teacher at William Derby School in Strasbourg, Saskatchewan. Larry, will you please come up to the stage? As Larry comes up, the Canadian Society thanks you, Larry, for sharing your knowledge about the Holocaust and its lessons with your colleagues, students, and the community. We recognize you for your efforts in developing a Holocaust symposium for all the students in your school district, not a small feat, which in the first year had over 30 schools participating. This year, you assumed the responsibility of organizing the symposium for grade 11 students from across the division after the Board of Education in your district decided that it was incumbent for the students to attend on an annual basis. In this way, all students leaving the division will have had the opportunity to learn the important lessons that we, as responsible and respectful Canadian citizens, need to learn from the Shoah. We also recognize your efforts this year in marking International Holocaust Remembrance Day, that was in January, through a variety of very meaningful activities in your school.
De plus, nous sommes fiers de vous qui avez été le seul enseignant canadien choisi pour participer à la formation professionnelle de la USC Shoah Foundation, offerte en Pologne. Larry, la Société canadienne de Yad Vashem, est fière de vous remettre le prix catalyseur de changement Cantor Krause. Félicitations.
Prime Minister Trudeau and Cantor Krause, we would be very honored to have you present the next Catalyst for Change Award to Larry Mikulchik. Thank you. The last recipient of the award for today is Erin Sade. Erin is a high school student from Toronto. Erin, will you please come up to the stage?
Erin, la Société canadienne de Yad Vashem te remercie de donner temps et énergie à la promotion du Twinning Programme de Yad Vashem, qui jumelle des élèves bar mitzvah et bat mitzvah du Canada à des enfants qui ont péri au cours de l'Holocauste. Erin, mes deux filles, Victoria et Catherine, ont participé dans ce programme Twinning à Yad Vashem, à Jérusalem, lors de leur bat mitzvah il y a quelques années. Pour moi, comme un fils d'une survivante de l'Holocauste, je peux vous dire que c'était une des expériences les plus émouvantes, les plus touchantes de ma vie. Merci, Erin, de ton engagement. Merci beaucoup.
As the ambassador of our twinning program, which pairs bar and bat mitzvah students in Canada with children who perished in the Holocaust, we thank you for devoting so many hours of your time for this cause and for picking up the mantle of Holocaust remembrance. Your maturity and devotion to educating others about the Holocaust is really, truly commendable. Prime Minister Trudeau and Cantor Krause, we would be privileged to have you present the next Catalyst for Change Award to Erin Sade. Thank you, Prime Minister, for being with us. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you. Merci, merci beaucoup, Erin. C'était vraiment magnifique et touchant. Bravo. Erin, you're a Jewish father or mother's dream. Charming, intelligent, engaged in community, and you play the violin. So we're all very proud of you. Thank you very much. J'ai maintenant le privilège de présenter le chef du Parti vert, Elizabeth May. Madame May est écrivaine, militante, avocate, ardente défenseur de la justice sociale, des droits de la personne et de l'environnement depuis plus de 30 ans, et aussi un grand ami du peuple juif. Nous sommes toujours heureux de la compter parmi nous durant cette cérémonie. Nous sommes profondément touchés par sa passion et son engagement envers la mémoire de l'Holocauste et par son respect à l'égard des survivants de l'Holocauste. Mesdames et messieurs, le chef du Parti vert, Madame Elizabeth May.
Dear friends, I want to pause for a moment to say something else about Erin. I think it's just quite extraordinary, Erin, that you would be, and so appropriate, that you be one of the first, there you are, recipients of the Cantor Krauss Award for Catalyzing Change. I didn't know that a violin could sound like a cantor. I'm always moved when Cantor Krauss is singing prayers. I'm usually moved to tears, Cantor. Your voice is so powerful. And Erin, your violin is an instrument of emotion and remembrance in a powerful way. So I just want to thank you again for sharing music with us.
So
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Let's hope to see you next year.